If you are still using hard-coded passwords or struggling with permissions errors every time your pipeline tries to talk to GitHub, it is time to upgrade your security. Welcome back to DevOps with Yannick. Today, we are tackling one of the most critical parts of your infrastructure: authentication with GitHub. Whether you are setting up secure personal access token, configuring alt apps, or looking down your CI/CD pipelines, getting this right is non-negotiable. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to authenticate your scripts and services safely and efficiently without leaving any vulnerabilities behind. If you are ready to secure your workflows, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right into the terminal. So, let's jump quickly on our GitHub desktop right now. Alright, make sure that you are on our listen2 repository that we created before, and we're going to click on the right side on publish repository, and we're going to provide the name for the repository that we would like to publish. I'm going to call it listen2 desktop. Okay, then you can provide a short description if you want, and after that click on publish repository. Fetching, refreshing repository, fetch origin. So we're good. You can see now current repository has been updated, and you can view on GitHub, make a right click and just move on your repository automatically. So this is our listen2 desktop that we have pushed successfully. Okay, so that's a little bit it. Let's move on Git bash now and see how we should proceed with that. Okay, so with GitHub, with Git bash, we're gonna have to create the repository first. Okay, so let's go and create our repository. You have to come on dashboard, and you have the plus on the right side on the top that you can click on in order to create a new repository. We're going to provide the name of our new repo. So I'm going to call it listen2. Then we can provide a description and set it up as a private repo. Then that's a little bit it. We're going to keep everything else by default and just click on create repository. Alright, now we can access our repository with all the details. Okay, quick setup details are showing up here. Okay, let's come back on our Git bash page right now, and we're going to make sure to see what are the Git account or the Git repo that are connected to our local computer. For that, we're going to run the command git remote -v, and we're going to see, you can see that we have listen2 desktop.git, which is connected right now, since it's the one that we proceed with GitHub desktop. So we're going to take it off using git remote remove origin. Okay, then after that, when we run git remote -v, nothing going to show up anymore. Awesome. So we're good now to set up the connection with our new repo. Okay, so for that we're going to run git remote at origin. Okay, and we're going to need to copy the HTTPS link, this one. Okay, setup in desktop. So we're going to click on HTTPS here. Make sure that you click on HTTPS, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to come back on our Git bash. okay, and paste it. You're going to validate that. Awesome. If I run git remote -v now, you're going to see that I'm connected to our new repo listen to, okay, that git. So now you can move forward on the next step. We're going to proceed by pushing it using the git push -u origin main command. So we're going to push, okay, so you see that everything has been pushed successfully, okay. So that means that the content of listen to that we created on the previous episode has been pushed successfully. So we're going to have our three files, that txt that we have been created on our preview episode on our GitHub account now. So if I refresh this page, you see we have our three files that are showing up 100%. So that's a little bit it how it's working with Git batch. Now we're going to see how GitHub token authentication work by clicking on setting on the right here, and we're going to go on the left side down, and we're going to click on developer settings, okay. Then you're going to see personal access token. We're going to click on tokens classic, okay. Once you have clicked on this one, you're going to click on the original new token and the classic as well. Then you're going to provide a note, okay. It's listen PAT, okay. You're going to call this listen PST. So select scope. You're going to select the scope that you're going to have our token taking in consideration here. So I just focus on repo right now, but you can see that we have many options that we're going to explore on the next step. Just click on generate token, and now you have this token that have been generated that we're going to copy and paste somewhere. So I'm going to paste it quickly inside the notepad file quickly here, and you're going to see that you're going to need it pretty soon. So just proceed on the same way like me now. So token part, I paste it and I save it. So we come back now, and we're going to move back a little bit, and we're going to create a new folder that we're going to call listen to part. So inside this folder, okay, you're going to come back on GitHub and click on code, and make sure to select HTTPS and copy the link, okay. Come back here and paste it, okay. You're going to paste it inside our GitHub file, and you're going to paste it between our double slash, and you're going to paste our token part code or content between our double slash at the beginning and the rest of our HTTPS link, okay. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's move inside our listen to part, okay. Make sure that you are inside our listen to part, and we're going to try to use our token now to clone the repository online. So you can see that it doesn't work because I did a mistake that I kept. Normally I deleted github.com. We should keep it. So let's go back on our txt file quickly, and I'm going to fix that error, that mistake, okay. So normally we just have to, after the double slash, just paste the token information, okay. So we're just going to copy it and paste it here, and make sure to keep github.com and everything that is coming after github.com. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to copy this, and we're going to proceed on the same way, and you're going to see that everything going to work 100% right now. Yeah, just make sure to add also add, okay, before git. So token add and follow with the rest. So good clone, and I'm going to paste that in order to use my token to connect. All right, you see everything works 100% now. Okay, so I'm going to move inside my listen to hyphen part, and you're going to see that we have exactly the same content. And now when I'm running git remote -v, you can see that you can see that the token information is showing up now because we use it in order to connect. Okay, so that's a little bit it. Okay, so that's a little bit it about the token process when you want to connect using a token on GitHub. Okay, so right now I'm going to create another folder named listen to -ssh in order to explain you how we use the SSH protocol in order to authenticate our connection. As I said in the introduction, we're going to use a public key and a private key. So I'm going to create my keys first using SSH keygen command -c ed25519, okay, -c. Then I will provide here the address email. Okay, when I validate it, I'm going to have the location of my keys that I have to validate. So I can just validate this and move forward, or I can provide another path that I would like my key to be located in. Override, okay, because one is already existing, so I'm going to override it. I've created another word before. Enter passphrase. We're going to provide a passphrase. Okay, I provide my first name, and everything looks good now. Our keys have been created. Okay, so I can move in the path that we have listed upstairs in order to see how my keys looks like. So in order to make sure that all my keys are showing up, that's what I'm going to do right now. Move in our user yarn queue.ssh id key directory. So all right, there you go. That SSH, we can see we have our ID that pub key, and we also have the ID without the that pub extension, which is our private key. So I can right now copy the content of my public key in order to go on GitHub and paste it. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I can use the cat command in order to make it appear, or I can use the command clip less than comment and the name of my public key, validate it. Okay, this command also helped me to copy the content of my key. And with that, I'm just going to move on GitHub side and click on my profile on the right, click on settings. Then on the left side, you're going to find SSH section, new SSH key. I'm going to provide the title for my SSH key quickly right here, which is listen to SSH. And I just want to paste the content of my public key and add SSH key, right? You can see that I already have another key that I have added before, but this one is the one that going to be considered starting now. Okay, so as I said before, the public key here is like the case of personal student at the school place, and the private key is like the key that we use to open that personal case. Okay, so right now I just cut it to make sure that you see that it's exactly the same content, but yeah, that one doesn't matter that much, just to show you that you can use the cat command in order to output it as well. So now what we're going to do is connect to our GitHub repo using SSH. Okay, so we're going to go back on the repo that we have created a couple of minutes ago, and over there we're going to use we're going to click on code and click on SSH to make sure that the link that we have is the SSH link. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. So let's go back on our GitHub account online here and go on repositories, and let's click on listen to repository that we have created, the private one, and click on code and SSH, then copy the code that is showing up. Okay, make sure that you are on SSH, and we're gonna use the git clone command once again and paste that link in order to clone that content. So let's go back on our dev folder first. Let's move on listen to SSH. So once we are inside our listen to SSH, we're just going to run the git clone command and paste the link that we copied, and you can see we have to provide the passphrase that we have created, and we're done. Okay, so you can also create a SSH agent in order to help you handle your SSH connection and so on. Yeah, so that's a little bit it. You're gonna see if I'm moving inside our listen to file folder right now and list the content of that folder. All the 3 files gonna be present now. You see. So, and if I'm running the git remote -v now, you're gonna see that it's the link of git it's the link of it's the link using SSH authentication that is showing up now. So that's it about this episode. You are now able to use HTTPS protocol and SSH protocol through your authentication with GitHub. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe, like if you have learned something new, to watch the next episode, the next awesome episode that is coming. Bye.